This DJ's so funky, man.
Activate.
Welcome to the Real Double Dose. This is your host Lex coming to you straight from the heart where the talk is real and the vibe is live. I hope you're all feeling great and prosperous and just overwhelmingly awesome because here serving a slice of everyday life is what RDDC is all about. For any questions, feedback, or show requests, you can definitely get a hold of us at Real Double Dose Channel at yandex.com. That's Real Double Dose Channel at yandex.com. Also, you can check out our Food for Thought segments, contests, prizes, different things coming up, or any suggestions that you may have at realdoubledosechannel.blogspot.com. That's realdoubledosechannel.blogspot.com. We're always welcoming you to come on in and over to help spark and ignite the hearts of the world. We have randomness, but it all makes sense in life because it's a slice of everything. So I am so glad to be back on here. I'm a little bit more in my time frame and I am free handing this mic again. It's a little bit more comfortable instead of feeling like I'm stiff. So I hope everybody's feeling well. Thank you for your inquiries and the emails that we received. And I appreciate you. We appreciate you, the RDDC team, which you're a part of too. You're what makes and helps the RDDC team become what they are. And we want to just give a big shout out to all the questions and the requests and everything else that comes along with everything that we are all doing. So today, I believe that we're going to start off this wonderful time together with the struggle. Okay. And I typically wouldn't call it the struggle, meaning putting more emphasis on something that we're resisting so it's persisting. But let's call it what it is right now. In reality, we call it the struggle. And I just mean, it's so powerful how things, to dive right into it, it's powerful how things keep coming in our lives. And I don't really tell you guys what's going on in between those times where it takes me 2 weeks to get back to you. And it's just serving a slice of everyday life because Murphy's Law and life will definitely come serve you up something. I don't care where you are in life, how high or how low, you'll definitely see something come and go. And it's challenging. So one thing I will say is I've put my investments in time and love into people, especially energy, and I've got nothing in return but a negative impact. And not that I was expecting a positive impact to come. It was, too good to be true, so they say. And it's not a romantic notion. It's more of a, wow, I can't believe humanity is still the same. No matter how much you think it's a perfect plate, you're always going to find some nails in there. So, it gave me a reality and it gave me a release at the same time. So it's always, people can say, oh, it's a blessing or it's a bad day. No, it's a double-bladed sword. You're going to get the good with the bad and the bad with the good. But continuing that, I found someone that was even more awesome and more diligent in their manner thus far. But, the struggle lies with simple things, even when it comes down to what am I going to eat today? What am I going to wear to bed? What movie am I going to watch later on? How many text messages did not catch up on? Or how many phone calls did I miss? Or what time do I have to clock into work? This is typical average stuff that we hear or we go through in our daily lives. And I can't say unfortunately, but fortunately, unfortunately, because everybody's circumstance is different and their walk of life is different. Someone else might be saying, hey, I get a chance to go, look for food for my family today, or I get a chance to go hunting today, whatever it might be. it's it's a product of life. So one thing we have to remind ourselves is to count it all joy, no matter what we're going through or what may come, because there's gonna be a storm. But every time we're putting our umbrella on and our rain boots and looking out the window and dreading when we see lightning or thunder, sometimes it's relaxing. Sometimes it's kind of like, oh, I just wish the sunny day would be today. But when we get a chance to go through those storms and we find ourselves on the other side of that sunny day, that's when the real life kind of begins. Like, okay, today is sunny. Let me enjoy it. We're always preparing for another rainy day, but it doesn't mean that we have to stop living because we know another storm is brewing up. I don't know exactly how it's said, but it said if you're not going through a storm, you're coming to a storm or in a storm or just came out one. And that's the realities and basics of life. So the struggle can definitely be in our minds. And the next segment I wanted to come out with, that I was really thinking and contemplating hard on, is conditions of the mind. And this kind of flows in the mechanism of that as well. Conditions of the mind. We'll get to that on our next part. But right now, it's the struggle within. It's the struggle to see yourself beautiful. It's the struggle to see yourself as the perfect weight that you want, whether it be gaining or losing. It's the struggle to see yourself the perfect complexion or lip size or butt size or hips, whatever society's throwing out there. It's a constant struggle. But we have to understand that the struggle only lies within what we put for ourselves. And a personal analogy of mine is there's a lot of things that I could be moving on and doing a lot more sufficiently, more on time. And yet I find myself beating myself up at the end of the day for these things. But the time that's presented for it, I don't push aside everything else to say, this is what I have to do today. This is what I need to do today to make the struggle less for me. It might be more of a plateful later on, but it's something that I'll be smiling as I'm doing that plateful that I put forth into fruition, right? So basically, that's what a lot of things come down to. It's the struggle that we have. And some of it's not completely our fault or something that we have to do. But I mean, a lot of it comes from the things that we aren't doing today to make tomorrow, a lot different. And whether it be friends, family, relationships, I think each one of us can kind of relate to some aspect, some level of where that comes into, whether it be you're fighting with your uncle, your mom, or your brother, or your sister, or somewhere you have a disagreement, or someone doesn't like this restaurant, or someone doesn't want to go to this country. I don't know, but whatever it is, the struggle is real. And from people who are in society, incarcerated, people who are dealing with homelessness, people who are dealing with poverty, people who are dealing with diseases, and people who are dealing with so many things. There's a list that is constantly going on, whether it be you're part of an activist group or a part of a great change or whatever it is. But I do believe, and many others, that the great change comes from within first. And I'm always speaking to myself as well included, always will, because this helps me out and it gets me to where I need to go as well. So we have to change that inner struggle into making things work. Sometimes me kind of leaving it desolate for a moment, it might help me pick up and get to where I need to, but it's the momentum behind it. And regardless of what it might be, we have to be willing to give everything that we have for what we believe in and what we choose to do, right? There's only a limited bit of time on this earth, right? Whether it be 110 years, whether it be 50. I mean, some children, unfortunately, God bless them, they don't make it past the first hour of living. So a lot of us here in this world, whether it be 10, 15, 45, 30, 23, whatever it is, we still have another day that is presented to us right now. And it doesn't mean those people who haven't lasted or haven't gotten to this point in age or life aren't worthy of it. We don't know the journey or the path that was behind what happened. But we, while we're sitting here in ourselves, listening or not, we're still here. So what can we implement? What can we change? What can we grasp? What can we do to make this not the struggle? Does it have to be the struggle? What about the releasing? What about the mountains that are accomplished within ourselves? And for a lot of inquiries, people may think that success is only measured by materials, and that is definitely far from the case. Success, in my opinion, and my fact, is that I know for myself, and all the other things evaluated within life, success does not come from how much you have in your pocket, or how many cars and women you have or men you have, or what kind of hairstyle or Chanel bags you have. Look, some people might look at that, and that's great if they see things like that. If that's what makes them okay, that's fine. But I guarantee they're not going to feel full within themselves all the way if that's the only thing they're trying to obtain is material matter, because we are not material beings made into the matter of what we are inside of our soul. Our soul is spiritual, right? Mental, clarity, emotional. Those are the things we connect with the most: spiritual, emotional, mental, then the physical. A lot of people just jump straight to the physical and they leave behind the spiritual, emotional, and mental. And they wonder why they don't have the full throttle of what exactly comes along with all those beautiful SEMP, the SEMP life: spiritual, emotional, mental, and physical. Whatever way you want to rearrange it, it's still going to work out somehow, right? The elements that come along with life. So I think what we should be asking ourselves is, why is it a struggle? And what things could I be doing today so I could live better tomorrow? Or what things are others not willing to do today that I can live better tomorrow, or do things and have things that they won't have tomorrow? And maybe something from your blessings or the actions that you take could implement and pay it forward to the lives out there who do want to do better and might need that direction from your direction that you've just found or you're moving towards. Life, and this might sound cliche, but life is like a box of chocolates, baby. You never know what you're going to get. And I say that full and wholeheartedly. My friends and I have been saying that the last week. Life is like a box of chocolates, and it's kind of like, okay, we're going Forrest Gump theme. Okay, hashtag Forrest Gump. But at the same time, it is. You don't know if you're going to bite into and get the coconut one, the strawberry one, the caramel, the full chocolate one. You don't know which one you're going to have. Sometimes it might be bitter. Sometimes it might be a little lemon in there that you never expected. Sometimes it might be a rotten seed in there that you never saw coming. But at the end of the day, what are you willing to do with the struggle that you have today, right? No matter what you do or what you put yourself into, give yourself the full credit of what you are involved with, right? Whatever you're going to do it with passion, do it with love, kindness, sincerity. If you see yourself, perfect example, right? Now, my friend and I, Chris, were talking about, some people just serve to serve, right? We understand that we have to get by in this economy and do certain things and whatever we want, whether it be building a business, making it happen, or working somewhere, or whatever life has for us, even being a housewife or a house husband or whatever it might be, a full-time parent. It's just the whole point. Some people are somewhere so miserable, living inside their misery, that they thrive on kind of spreading their darkness to another, where you could go simply to a restaurant or simply to the post office and someone is just in the worst vulgar manner. You come across some people and you don't know what they're going through, and you're looking at them like, why do you have an attitude with me? Or what's your problem? Or I wish you could be happy. Do you need a cup of coffee? Something to get them out of that way. And it's like they're there just to be there. They're hating where they are. And maybe when they see you coming at the counter, they look at, oh, I want to be that person. Their life might be better than mine, must be better than mine. They're smiling. And they really don't know that you're just maintaining the struggle within yourself to make that struggle disappear and not become a struggle at all. It's just the whole point of where you or where we define where we lie within that place within ourselves, right? So if I ever decide to say, hey, let me put down the 20,000 things I got going on right now and go work at housekeeping. Well, guess what? I'm going to clean every room up to beyond standard. I'm going to smile at everybody and put an extra mint on the pillow. Okay, I want to go over here and make a sandwich for the rest of my life. I'm going to create that craft and make it so perfect that every sandwich is just blowing every customer away. Okay, I'm going to go work at the gas station and make sure I stock the shelves or do this. I'm going to make sure every person that comes in that store can remember me from the way I made them feel. Not falsified feelings, but genuine feelings that come from me. What I would want to feel if I came into that store. The moment that we start serving others beyond ourselves is when we start serving ourselves beyond others. And it might be hard for people to grasp onto, but it's the truth. Okay. When a person genuinely does something from their heart, there's no mistaking how that feeling is. And all those out there who can relate to it, you know what I'm talking about. When you feel that rush come through your system, it's not a thank you or you did this for me or I'm so appreciative. Oh my God, you're like, I'm going to worship you. No, it has nothing to do with that. It's the feeling that you feel already and giving and doing unto that person that makes it all worth the while, right? And whatever you do is going to be a ripple effect, like we talked about before in the previous segments. Okay. The water drops, it spreads to others, right? So if you do something great, maybe you put a on a piece of homework, or gave somebody some good advice, or maybe took them out to lunch, or maybe went for a walk with them, and then in return, that person's going to spread that like a contagious, beautiful virus of happiness, abundance, love, living, life, fullness, richness. Harvest the goodness of what you gave. Could be someone walking and saying, hey, you know what? That person made me feel so great this afternoon. Let me go ahead and stop this gentleman and just ask him, hey, do you want a cup of coffee? Or let me call up my daughter. I haven't talked to her in a while. Or, hey, let me call up my sister and my cousin. Let me do something extra that I typically wouldn't do, because I'm always caught in my own feelings of the struggle, instead of just realizing that life doesn't have to be the struggle. It's but what we make it. So honestly, paying it forward is always going to be the best policy, no matter what. No matter if someone did you harm or not, forgiveness can be a depth of things that we're not willing to reach into. But we've already been forgiven of so many things, unconsciously, knowingly, willingly, whatever you want to put a label on it. It's still there. So we actually have a segment that is written on the blog at realdoubledosechannel.blogspot.com about forgiveness, different insights about life's path, changing lanes, recipes, so many different things on there you could check out. And it's more of a home front to just be able to reach us and just catch up some different insights if you don't have time to listen, or you just want to go on your smartphone, or you want to go on the web and just read something without hearing it, or whatever it might be. Just something. It could trigger something within you to help yourself or guide your light, or maybe pass it to someone else. Whatever it might be, I will end this segment for now about life's struggle is within ourselves. Life's struggle is creating the reality that we don't want and hiding the reality that we are constantly desiring. So I'm going to do something myself, and I'm going to stop telling myself what I have to do and start doing it, even if it's one thing at a time. Like Mr. Robbins said, Anthony Robbins, same thing, Tony Robbins. It's about doing one little thing at a time. And many other greats have said it. Eric Thomas, Les Brown, Zig Ziglar, Jim Rohn, some greats, the giants out there. But at the same time, they say it the same way. It's doing one little thing at a time. Just even if it's just, okay, well, today I want to go ahead and set up this email so I can do this. Or I want to go ahead and rake the leaves so I can do this. Or I'm going to put oil in my car today. Whatever it is, make a check mark, okay? Maybe it's 20 things on your list. Do one every day. You still have 10 to 11 days left out of the month. Whatever it is, the struggle only breathes and lives because we continue to give it life. And the moment that we want the struggle to end, we just have to suffocate it. Suffocate it with greatness and doing better and giving ourselves better, loving one another and loving ourselves, connecting with the Creator and the source of all things, and the energy and the inner beings and the law of what the Creator made it to be, of the universe, of life, of love, is exactly where the struggle ends. So this is going to be me signing off, and all those out there who are listening. This is your host, Lex, okay? And this is the Real Double Dose channel. You can reach us at the Real Double Dose channel at yandex.com. That's yandex.com. Also, realdoubledosechannel.blogspot.com. We will be having, hopefully, a launch going on with our vacation getaway soon. And until then, we don't have contest prizes and apparel that would be coming up on our different screener stores or whatever it might be. So we'll keep you posted, and hopefully you stay in tune and just take whatever you can that works within this segment and all the other ones into your life in the best corporation as possible, and make sure you live life to its fullest and learn how to accept everything that wants to come to you so you can stop pushing away anything else that is already on the way. So, again, we will talk to you soon. Please stay blessed and only you. This is the Real Double Dose channel, and we'll talk to you soon.